points, a bunch of assists. Just how nice is it to see that offense really get going tonight?
Yeah, and it started right from the get-go. I think we jumped out to an 11-0 lead. This has been coming. Obviously, our three-point shot so far this season hasn't been where it's at, but to have 35 assists, to shoot the ball as well as we did throughout the game, starters, guys off the bench, that was great to see. I thought our defense was really good as well. Halftime jumped our guys about the fast break points that we were giving up, the second chance points that we were giving up. In the second half, I thought we even raised it to another level defensively. So it was a great performance, and most importantly, it was a nice way to end a 4-game losing streak and to close out a 4-game homestand with the win. We have to do a better job of protecting our home court than we did in this 4-game homestand.
Yeah, I was going to say, a 13-0 run to start off the game, and just talk about the starters and what they were able to, the business-like performance they were able to put on the court.
Yeah, it was great. Tonight was, I think, the first time all season where I felt like we were the Nuggets of old, where we were flying around. Gary got 2 late passes at the rim, great ball movement, extra passes, generating wide open shots. I tried to make sure I was calling less plays and more offense where we can read and react and play off of each other. And the guys did a much better job of that. That's something that we've been talking about. So I love the offense that we played with tonight, not just because we made shots, but how we generated those shots. The ball movement, the unselfishness, the player movement, the pace. That was really good, and that's when we're at our best.
Yeah. You did make a starting lineup change with Monte Morris and Jamal Murray. Just talk about why that decision was made.
Yeah, it was just Jamal, just a small violation of team rules. Went with Monte tonight, and Jamal will be back in the lineup against New Orleans.
How'd you like Monte in the starting role?
Oh, he was great. Once again, that starting group got us off to a great start on both ends. I was nervous, and that team plays hard. Lloyd has been playing really hard. Earlier in the year, I told that team at halftime they were down 22 against Dallas, came back and won that game. So I wanted to make sure that we weren't playing the scoreboard. But I thought Monte did a terrific job, and he's been doing that as a starter tonight and then off the bench so far this season, and he's really, really valuable for us.
I thought Juancho was great tonight. Your evaluation of him throughout the year, I think he's really grown.
Yeah, 25 points, shooting, rebounding, playmaking, aggressiveness. I told him the other day, the thing I'm most proud about Juancho this year is, he's going to play hard, but this year I think he's making a great effort to be disciplined, and I think his defensive discipline right now is terrific. And obviously putting him in the starting lineup has been good for us, and it's been good for him, and hopefully he continues to play at a high level for us.
You alluded to it, but was it just refreshing to see the free-flowing offense and 35 assists? I think you had 7 guys in double figures. Was it just refreshing after what you had said was a stagnant offense the last few days?
Yeah, very much so. And we all knew, players, coaches, my talks with Tim, that we had to kind of find a way to get back to playing our brand of basketball. And we did that tonight. And I think when your defense plays at a high level, that allows for that, because you can get out and run and not play against a set defense. But even when we were running offense after a make or it was a dead ball, there was still pace, there was still movement, there were still guys cutting and cutting hard. You have a great passing big man. To utilize them, you have to screen, you have to cut, and do so with purpose. And we have many, many examples of that tonight, so it was good to see.
You talked about the highlight plays from Jokic. He had a couple of those, of course. The behind the back to Juancho didn't go in, but that was one of them too. But just the way that he was really just kind of playing that way. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, 12, 9, and 7. That's a typical Nikola night. He scores, he rebounds, and he makes everybody around him better. And again, to utilize him to his full abilities, we have to help. And how do we do that? We cut hard, we run hard, we set screens, and he's got to make the right play. And I think tonight, as I said earlier, tonight was the best example in a while of us playing the way we need to play more consistently.
With a young team, with a young starting point guard, how do you balance calling plays with kind of just letting the guys go out there and play themselves?
Yeah, I think I have to continue to. All right, take care, Nick. I have to continue to trust. You know what I mean, and let them play, because that's the only way that he and Jamal are going to get better. And I don't want to call plays. We've been at our best last 2.5 years, and we've had one of the best offenses in the NBA when we just play the game. That's hard to scout. That's hard to defend, because you don't know what's going to happen. So trusting those guys, Trust is something we speak a lot about. I don't want it to be a hollow word, something that's up on the wall. I actually want to live it and allow our guys to run their team and learn from mistakes. And I think Monte and Jamal are doing a pretty good job with that.
Nikola and Paul combining for 8 steals tonight. What did you see from them defensively?
Yeah, just really, really active. You know, obviously I think both of those guys have tremendous instincts. They have tremendous anticipation. And obviously, to force 19 turnovers, score 16 points. I think in transition we had 18. That's when we're at our best, TJ, and you know that, when we can get stops and get out and run and look to attack before anybody gets set. But Nicole may not be a shot blocker, but I think he's got great instincts and great hands for those steals and deflections. And think about it, I think 2 years ago we were dead last in the NBA in points scored off turnovers. And now we're generating a lot of points off turnovers that we force because we're being more aggressive and we change our coverages up a little bit.
One more. First 15 games we're in the spotlight here. Just 10 of them were at home. You're 10-5 after all that. Just kind of evaluate the start.
You know, it's funny. I told our guys this morning, it's so easy in this business to kind of get caught up in the moment. 4 losses and how the sky is falling. And I reminded them, I said, we still have the 3rd best record in the Western Conference. We still have the 5th best defense in the NBA, the 8th best offense in the NBA. We have done some really good things. Let's get a win, feel better about ourselves going on this road. But 10-5, no Will Barton, no Isaiah Thomas, a lot of young guys. If you would have told me that at the beginning of the season, I probably would have signed up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. See you all.